Starting out giving all glory, all praise to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Rakakadash. Double honor to the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, as well as elders and apostles of Great Millstone, pushing the truth, sincerity, and all knowledge, all wisdom of the truth. Bring it down to young occupants like myself, being able to bring out this word. This is Yashar coming in with another lesson. And today's lesson is called Juneteenth Debunked. All right. And I did start the video first time, so hopefully the time don't elapse on me. So we're gonna try to get through this as quick as possible, but cover as much information as possible in scriptures as well. So we're gonna get right to it. So in the game plan, guys, I just have 2 articles, some scriptures as well, some precepts, and also some notes that I took on Juneteenth, exactly what it is, how it came about, and the whole reason behind it. And really, it's just mockery, man. It's just mockery to what's called African Americans. We know we're Israelites, at least for the most part. Some of us do. The 1/3 is gonna make it, but it's really just mockery to our people. For the longest we've been, we have certain individuals like Black Lives Matter trying to been raising peace and awareness and just bring everybody together. Then you have like individuals who be asking for like reparations from the government, like Ice Cube, and wanting millions and trillions, billions of dollars back for what happened during slavery. And then you also have motherfuckers in the back that really don't give a fuck. They just want to see it as another reason to barbecue and take a day off of work and fall behind on bills and celebrate our ancestors and all that. And then you have Akims like myself who we come across information. We know that this shit is just fucking symbolic mockery of the people, and we use the scriptures to debunk this shit. So we're gonna get right to it. So we actually have 2 articles. The first article coming from the Donald Trump himself, because he actually took credit on saying that he actually brought attention to Juneteenth, and he's basically saying that he's the reason. I already reading it. Trump says his what does it say? His actions made Juneteenth very famous in Wall Street Journal interview. So I'm gonna let this play. Scheduled on the holiday commemorate. Come on now. I'm gonna let this play. About 27 seconds, not too long, and then we're gonna go right into it. All right. So this is actually a news reporter speaking on Trump, but she's basically just referencing what he said. Okay. President Trump has rescheduled a controversial rally in Tulsa that was to be held on Juneteenth Day. The rally was widely criticized for being scheduled on the holiday commemorating the end of slavery. The president tweeting last night that, quote, out of respect for this holiday, I've decided to move our rally to Saturday, June 20th. Tulsa is also the site of the 1921 massacre of hundreds of African Americans in the historic Black Wall Street section of the city. See that? It's mockery. That's mockery 101. This is of June 18, 2020, Trump, when he first declared that, oh, Juneteenth is famous and I made it famous. You actually held your rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you know anything about Tulsa, Oklahoma, in 1921, as it reads right here, a mob of white residents, Edomites, attacked and killed black community members, destroying a thriving black business district, also known as the Black Wall Street. So fast forward about 100 years later, you have 1941, group of blacks getting killed. And then 99 years later, almost 100 years later, a white president is bringing it out and hosting a rally there 100 years later, basically saying, oh, this is us, basically showing recognition to y'all. And that's how they mock us, man. That's how these elites, these motherfucking Edomites, they mock us, bro. It ain't no reparations, ain't no money back, ain't no, we seen you a check in the mail for what happened 200-300 years ago during slavery, So first of all, that was all ordained by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for us falling off of Egypt, taking into their shit, taking it to the ancient Babylon and all they paganism and idolatry and all that shit. Couldn't get right and brought our black asses, nappy-headed asses around here to America through the transatlantic slave trade. And we also had the transcontinental slave trade, which goes into fucking Spain and all them motherfuckers, all right? And in the Northern Kingdom, when you look at Judah, all right, blacks, you know what I'm saying? We is the reason that we were led over here, for going off against the Most High. And then that's what led us to slavery. So if you gotta know the facts before you can say anything, okay? And the Bible has all the facts. This is why we're able to bring out information like that to line things that up happen historically. Okay, this took place, and that took place, and that took place. But basically, man, this motherfucker Donald Trump think he just motherfucking just the great one, you know. Oh, I brought the recognition to this holiday and shit like that, and you know, and nah, motherfucker, fuck all that. But now we take it on to the very next article. We have Joe Biden. Because what did Joe Biden do? He actually made this a federal holiday. You can look at it right here. Biden signs law making Juneteenth a federal holiday. So I'm going to let this play for a little bit. You got him and Kamala Harris speaking with her non-Israelite ass, you know what I'm saying? Just like Obama fucking, I don't know what the fuck is she, a Hamite? You know, once again, non-Israelites repping Israelites. It's crazy. Non-Israelites speaking on Israelites. But we're gonna see what the scriptures have to say about that. You know, I never bring something out without backing up the scriptures. Come on, Esau, I don't want my video to play and shit. But yeah, man, this whole Juneteenth shit, man, don't take part of that. Man, it's mockery. It really is. It's mockery, man. It's like all this, I don't want to speak too much, but all this, you know, I ain't even gonna speak on it, man. I don't even want the video to get dropped. I was trying to speak on, if you know June and you know anything about the unstraights, you know what I'm saying? You know June is P month, Pride month, and yeah, I ain't even finna get into all that. We're gonna focus on the main topic though. Okay, this is Kamala Harris speaking right here. Okay.
Emancipation Day, and today, a national holiday.
So basically, this is them declaring Juneteenth as a national holiday.
They establish a national holiday. It makes an important statement. National holidays are something important. These are days when we as a nation have decided to stop and take stock. And often to acknowledge our history.
Acknowledge our history. Look at that. Look at that shit, man. Acknowledge our history. What she say? She said this is basically a day to acknowledge our history. Yeah. To acknowledge your black ass in slavery, nigga. That's what that is. That's what that is. She told you it's simple and short and sweet as that. Juneteenth is a day to stop and acknowledge our history. Well, if we look back at what we're acknowledging fucking slavery, robbery, rape, murder. That's something to acknowledge. That's something to be proud of. No. We're going to let Sleepy Joe keep talking, though. Let's see what he got.
A long, hard night of slavery and subjugation, and a promise of a brighter morning to come. This is a day of profound, in my view, profound weight and profound power.
In his view.
A day in which we remember the moral stain, the terrible toll.
Look at that.
That slavery took on the country.
Look at that.
And continues to take.
Look at that. Point out the obvious.
Called America's original sin. At the same time, I also remember the extraordinary capacity to heal, to hope, and to emerge from those painful moments in a bitter.
And watch what they do. Watch everybody clap after this. Watch. Fucking devils, man.
Thank you, man. All right.
Fucking devils. Look at that shit. Look at this shit, man. Look at this fucking shit, man. Look at that shit, bro. That's man. I don't really have too much to speak on these motherfuckers, man. But that's what it is, man. It's mockery. You motherfuckers literally just mocked us 200, 300 years, 400 years of slavery. Beaten, killed, raped, deteriorated of who we are as a nation. Beat the truth out of us. Captivated us to Christianity. And now 200, 300, 400 odd years later, oh, let's recognize and make a day a federal holiday about it. Fuck you, man. Fuck all that shit. Well, look, we're gonna get into the facts on what Juneteenth is, though. Okay, so and it's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of false information and it's a lot of facts out there. So definitely when you into this Juneteenth, you gonna be seeing some things, because just like I seen some things that was right and wasn't right. But if the spirit be with you to understand what's right and understand what's not right, okay? Because there's a lot of articles and there's a lot of people that talk about it, but it's only one truth, all right? But we just gonna keep it very pretty broad, and this is actually, y'all can he sent this to the group chat within the camp, and it's crazy because when I woke up, I knew I wanted to do a lesson. I thought about it. I said it's Juneteenth, and when I went to the group chat and I clicked on the video that he sent, it was on Juneteenth. So I sat there and I watched it and I took some notes and I brought some scriptures out, and now I'm here. So it all worked through the spirit. Juneteenth was used as a military tactic where blacks were used as pawns in battles between liberals and conservatives. Who were those? The Union and the Confederacy. So if you look back then, you had the South, who was all about slaves. You had the North, who was all about like industrial. And the North still had fucking slaves, don't get me wrong. You can't sit here and not say the North did not have slaves. Yes, motherfucker, they did. Just not as many as the South. But on June 19th, 1865, Union General read General Order Number 3, informing the people of Galveston, Texas, as decreed by Abe Lincoln, that all slaves were free. So basically just saying like, hey, just put this on paper, all slaves are free. Keeping it pretty broad, making you feel like you actually got freedom when you really fucking don't. You're never a black man in America and free. You're doing something. Either dribbling a basketball for $1 million, or either working in a warehouse hard as fuck all day, or either fucking, I don't know, uh, sucking up to the white man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yes, we'll got you. And I love you. And yeah, all that. We not free, man. We don't know what freedom is. We free when we get in the kingdom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh, hopeful elect. But Juneteenth was used to signal black voters that their voices were being heard. Once again, mockery. It's like you have a group of 20 adults in the neighborhood, and it's like they having a neighborhood watch meeting, and you invite 3 kids to the neighborhood watch meeting. Do you think them kids are gonna be able to keep up with them adults, like information and the thought process and the motherfucking? No, they not. They kids. They not gonna know what the fuck is going on. They just gonna feel important. Same shit here. All they did was they just wanted to bring this fucking day to make us feel important. When overall, nigga, we wasn't important to begin with, because we have no say so in politics and government, anything. Thinking back to the 3/5. 3/5 of a vote. Ain't that, it's all ties in together, man. But the more you learn, the more information you obtain, the more you can give out. And that's the beauty of it. That's why I love this. Now, it says January 1st, 1863, Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation says slaves are free. So wait a minute. If Abraham Lincoln 1863 said slaves are free, but then 1865 motherfucker had the back door and say the same thing, were slaves free? Oh no, see? That's where the information wars come in there. That's why you gotta know your shit. Cause some people be like, yeah, man, and some people be like, nah, man. And so, but at the same time, what is true is 5 different emancipation proclamations were given, but none actually went into effect to end slavery. So all that shit is falsified, man. Motherfucker was talking it, but wasn't walking it. You feel me? And that's why nowadays we have to really know our history and our ancestors and where we come from, because there's a lot of lies and there's a lot of fables going on. You would just be walking up here thinking, oh man, I'm free and thank for my ancestors and I can go to work every day and live the American dream. And you know what? You're going to become a fucking pun to society with a C hip in your forehead or arm. And see, I don't even want to talk about that, but I'm going to use code words. That's what that's going to lead your ass to, nigga. Trusting your master, you're going to lead to being a freaking slave to society for real, nigga. But like I say, we going to stay on the Juneteenth topic, because, that's a whole nother lesson on a whole nother type of time, you feel me? But we got time, though. That's why I can bring it out like we do. And so, in a 2020 poll, these are just facts, In a 2020 poll, just 1 in 6 of blacks celebrated Juneteenth annually. 3 in 4 people had never celebrated it. But weeks after George Floyd's murder in 2020 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Donald Trump embraced his upbringing of Juneteenth, saying, quote unquote, I did something good. I made Juneteenth famous. Nobody ever heard of it. So it literally took a black man to be killed in the middle of the street, in public, for the president of the United States to say, hey, don't worry about that. What we're going to do for y'all is we're going to honor y'all and recognize y'all through Juneteenth. At the same time, I'm going to have an interview with the Wall Street Journal, and I'm actually going to hold a rally in Tulsa 100 years after the Black Wall Street in Tulsa was burned down by white people. But hey, you know, hey, this is y'all country though. This is what y'all wake up and go to work for. Old patriotic America, you know. This is nah, man. It's fuck America. It's fucking Babylon. It's fucking evil, fucking confusion. Ain't shit going on, man. Say. So most blacks look for reparations that will not come. Instead, they use symbolism on us, which uses poetic movement, images to express ideas, emotions, and state of mind. That's all they gotta do to Jake. That's all you gotta do to Jake. That's all you gotta do to Jake. Put a LeBron James on the shirt. He gonna buy that motherfucker. Put a I'm a free man on a put it on a sticker on a car. He gonna buy that motherfucker. Put a Juneteenth discount on some slapper ribs. He gonna buy them motherfuckers. Jake is so gullible, so and it's not our it is our fault because we went off from the Most High. But the Most High allows us to be so misconfused and so gullible and so, you want to call it, so discombobulated out here because we don't obtain simple information of where we came from. That's what fucks us up. You know? But now that we were able to see those articles, hear those articles, now that we were able to, you know, bring in a few notes on Juneteenth, basically it was just created during the Civil War, you know, trying to push the agenda of blacks to, you know, either join the Confederacy or join the Union, you know, take sides, powers. You know, we know Esau loved power. He always loves being in control. You know, he's hungry. He's power hungry. He keeps wants to more and more. And what better way to do that than to get one side of people on your side, you know? And even then, the Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery in the Confederate States, not the Union States. So, nigga, the Union didn't even stop slavery after the Emancipation Proclamation. That shows you that these documents, that these treaties, that these government officials have from Civil War to nowadays, bro, that shit is scripted. That shit ain't shit, bro. That shit ain't final. That shit ain't official. These motherfuckers do what the fuck they want. That's why they take crafty counsel on us, all right? And December 6, 1865, slavery is finally abolished nationwide. Although enslaved people in Indian territories that sided with Confederacy weren't freed until 1866. See? Can't make this up. Now you're bringing in the Native Americans because it says enslaved people on Indian territories that sided with Confederacy weren't freed until 1866. So basically, even if your ass is Indian on them native territories, because yes, we know in Native Americans, our Benjaminites, our Gadites, Reubenites, Benjaminites, West Indian blacks. We know that they was here before. You know, we know Yahweh brought them over here in the Americas, and Christopher Columbus and all the motherfuckers came over here. We know that. So even the Indians was suffering if they were supporting free slaves. So that shows you how Israel all ties in together, man. We can't make this shit up. But now we're going to get into the scriptures. Now that we've debunked what Juneteenth is and what it's all about and how they mock us, and no, it ain't getting no reparations, no money, no motherfucking stimulus checks and reparation checks. No, we can forget all that. Let's hear what the scripture has to say, okay? So if you go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 1, it says, "So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun." Think about it. Ever since slavery till now, we've been getting our ass kicked. "And they had no comforter, and on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter." Who is that talking about? It's talking about Israel. Because we do have a comforter. If you in the truth, you know the comforter is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, not no comfy, that JOGCC nigga, whatever he from, back in the day ass nigga. Only comforter is the Holy Ghost, which is the word, the scriptures, and it all refers back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, okay? Not no Trinity, not no 3 in 1, because I was just watching the Trinity fable broken down by the elders from GMS Elders to Milk. Tune into that channel. Start all the way from the bottom, work your way from the top. you definitely gonna receive some great ass knowledge. Trust me. But we ain't talking about no Trinity shit. We talking about uh I'm losing my thought. But I'm reading one more time. I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and think about how many, like I said, how long we've been oppressed, and especially in this captivity, the last captivity. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed: rape, robbery, and murder, blacks, Latins, Native Americans, civil rights, segregation, um, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the list goes on and on. Blacks killed in the street, blacks killed in their homes, blacks killed in traffic stops. The list goes on and on. So a lot of tears, that haven't been answered. And they had no comforter, because people in the world, they don't have no comforter. They don't know Yahweh Shai. They don't know what it is to be in His truth and be in His word and let the words, let the words comfort you. They don't know that. They just know go to work and get off of work and have fun and smoke and drink, party and sex and do the same thing every week and take a vacation this next month. And that's what they know. They don't have no comfort. They stuck in a systematic cycle of not doing a motherfucking thing for themselves or for their people or for their children. That's why they ass in this captivity doing what the fuck they doing, because they don't know shit. Okay? And it says, in the sight of their oppressors, there was power, but they had no comfort. So yes, nigga, your oppressors got the power. You don't have a damn thing. That's why Esau run the governments. That's why majority of these motherfuckers in governments, in politics, is white. That's why there's never, ever, ever, ever been an Israelite president. And maybe you can go back, the first few presidents, because, I'm young, so I don't, and not using this as an excuse. But maybe there has been, like, a black president before, because, if you look at it, like in the Roman Empire, Constantine, he was a wicked ruler of Rome, and he was a black man. He's an Israelite. But he still followed them same Roman paganism doctrines and shit and idolatry. So yes, there very could be a black president back then, but guess what? I guarantee that nigga was wicked. I guarantee he was pushing the same agenda as George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and all them other founding father ass motherfuckers, okay? Now, if we go to the book of Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1-3, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So, I'm going to read that one more time, but before I do, what does decree mean? Decree is an official order given by a legal authority. So, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Ain't that what the government does? Don't the government give official orders given by legal authorities? They do. And majority of this shit be unrighteous. Think about it. You can have, now they don't come out under no laws under the Bible, so that's a red flag right there, Then you can have same-sex marriage. You can do all this. I'm not even trying to get the videos deleted. You get it. You Occam's get the point, all right? And it says, verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people. Because we have no rights. And we poor as fuck out here. Yes, we have no rights. You a black man in America, you know what you seen as? Bummy and dumb. Yeah, he maybe got talent. Maybe know how to shoot that ball through the hoop. He maybe know how to throw that football 70 yards, 80 yards. But he ain't shit. He stupid. He dumb. You know what they call us, man. And the only reason is because of our oppressors. Because if you know anything about Israelites, we on top. We got chosen off top. Can't nobody take that from us. What the fuck you saying? But in society's view, we ain't shit. Because our oppressors have stripped us naked. What the scriptures say, they've very heavily laid their yoke on us, bursted our buns, you know what I'm saying? And it says, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Because think about that. We grow up with no fathers in the household. Most of our mothers, they be married and divorced, you know what I'm saying? And that's who they prey on. They prey on a single woman, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give you these benefits and this and that and WIC and SNAP and all this and Medicaid. And yeah, you don't need that man in your lifestyle. And you see? And what they do with the fathers, they rob us. They rob the fatherless, child support, motherfucking all types of shit, everything, man. You a motherfucking black man, you might not even realize You wonder why your traffic ticket $500 and the white dude that got pulled over that work with you, his traffic ticket $200. Yeah, nigga. They know what the fuck they doing. They know it's this wicked ass system. And we know it too. That's why we point that shit out. Verse 3. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? Talking to these motherfucking Edomites, nigga. Because when it all said and done, nigga, your shit gonna be exposed. Your hand is gonna be exposed, nigga. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua got something for that. And we all know what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? ICBM missiles, nigga, on that ass. And the hundreds of thousands of chariots, along with the motherload motherfucking chariot that Yahweh Shah gonna be standing on fucking top of, nigga, on top of shit, coming for your ass, Esau. That's the type of time we coming into, nigga. Don't forget, Jacob's trouble is well around the corner as well. So, you know, like motherfucker told me yesterday or 2 days ago, wherever it was, nigga, the best thing you can do for yourself is get busy in the scriptures, nigga. Alright. And now, but yeah, Esau, where you gonna leave your glory at? Where you gonna run to? Where you gonna hide to? Nowhere, nigga. Your ass gonna be brought up out the goddamn ground, nigga. Your ass gonna be rooted up. And all that wicked shit that you've been doing over these past captivities, nigga, is gonna fall back on your ass, nigga. Because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning thereafter, you know, in so many words. Now, let's jump to Isaiah chapter 49, verse 26. And it says, and I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. So, basically what they're saying is, motherfucker, they gonna get exactly what they gonna receive. Basically what comes around goes around, all right? Let me read that one more time. It says, and I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. And who oppresses us? Edomites. Yes, these other nations, like these motherfucking Ishmaelites with these corner stores and no touching nobody, and you know what I'm saying, do some shit and ring up behind the counter, and you normally that should be $7 and now you wonder why it's $10. You're like, man, where the $3 tax come from? Oh no, you use credit card. No, fuck all that. So yes, these other nations oppress our ass too. You know what I'm saying, with these funny looking ass Hamites thinking they work with you and shit, and they maybe in a higher position for you. Man, fuck your goofy looking ass, nigga. You ain't doing shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about. And I'm not speaking on no personal level. I'm just pointing out these other nations, how they think that they slick and can get by and like mock us and like acting like we ain't God's chosen, which we is, but we ain't reached it yet. But keep doing what the fuck we gonna do. Speaking to the hopeful elect, and we gonna make it. We gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we ain't gotta worry about shit because, and it says, and all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. That's why you have, you know, arguments like me bringing this shit out. Building my knowledge, my information, on my history, my ancestors. Not for no goddamn, I'm not here on no goddamn Egyptian comedic god shit, whatever these niggas be on. I'm not here on no motherfucking Buddha, Muslim, no, nigga. I'm just keeping it how it is, using the scripture, backing up the facts, pointing out the mockery to our people, especially with this holiday, Juneteenth, showing how this shit was just started by Edomites. This shit was just used political and military and government picking of sides. It does have nothing to do with morals and reparations and who we are as a people, because this shit is mockery, all right? So I'm gonna end that with saying, if you're part of this Juneteenth movement, and you celebrating it, and you're loving it, well, nigga, Yahweh Shai gonna get that ass for it. And if you're not, if you out here, you stand down the word and it's truth, you being wise as a serpent, humble as a dove, in the world but not of the world, then keep doing what you're doing, Akim Akwas, and we gonna make it out here, Yahweh Shai Aratazah. But with that, I want to give all glory, all praise to Yahweh Shai, God of Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, African Americans. It's just short. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. I pray that you brothers and few sisters out there just continue to be humble within the truth and keep learning. Shalom.